ancients often said that one must accumulate virtue and do good deeds. Those with much virtue will have great fortune. However, many people today believe that is merely superstition. Despite many scientists having long proven the existence of virtue and how it transforms into fortune. Lao Tzu once said, "Those with thick virtue are like infants. Poisonous insects do not bite. Wild beasts do not attack. Birds of prey do not seize. They are slow to accumulate virtue, yet nothing is beyond their reach." Even in Eastern traditional culture, it is often said that with virtue, one can eat freely, meaning virtue is the source of fortune. All fame, status, and wealth arise from virtue. Virtue is a type of substance. People today often think that only accumulating wealth, money, and other tangible material things matters. While virtue is merely something spiritual, related to the form of consciousness. Having it is fine, and not having it is also fine. So why did the ancients advise people to accumulate virtue? Could it be that virtue is also a form of substance and can be accumulated? The answer may indeed be so. Virtue truly is a substance. Only, that substance is not like the ordinary matter we see today. So how can we explain this? The celestial scholar David Bohm, one of the most important theoretical physicists of the 20th century, asserted that consciousness is a more refined form of matter. Even a stone has life in some way. Because the mode of existence of life and intelligence is not only in matter but also in energy, health, time, and the entire universe. Everything has life, only death is an illusion. The celestial scholar William Tiller, one of the world's leading scientists on the material structure at Stanford University, once said that eventually, people will also regard consciousness as a characteristic of the universe. It has the ability to create radiation and generate matter. In this aspect, people will ultimately discover that the characteristics of matter depend on its internal consciousness. From there, realizing that matter and consciousness are not two independent categories but a unified entity. Thus, virtue, something originally considered to belong to the category of consciousness, is also a material existence. In the autobiography The Third Eye, Lama Lobsang Rampa stated that after undergoing surgery to open the third eye, he saw the human aura covered with a shell like a mist of myriad colors. That is the aura. But those with divine vision looking at a person's aura can observe those colors and understand the state of health, virtue, and spirit of that person. If we consider the third eye as a special device, and this device detects that a person's level of virtue affects the manifestation of their aura, then that virtue must also have a material form to influence that person's aura, because the aura is also a form of material existence. So why can the manifestations of a person's virtue, which occurred in the past, be preserved and seen in the present? In the book Power versus Force, David Hawkins, a renowned American doctor, psychiatrist, and consciousness researcher, wrote, "Everything in the universe continuously generates energy with its own frequency. It is imperishable over time, and those who know how can read it. Every action, gesture, and thought forms a permanent record. Here there are no secrets, no hidden things, and it cannot be otherwise. Our spirits stand naked before time and are all seen through. The actions and thoughts in each person's life ultimately must answer to the universe." In religious teachings, doing good deeds accumulates virtue, while doing evil creates karma. Thus, virtue and karma arise from human actions, gestures, and thoughts. They are also a substance in the universe. Therefore, according to scientists' arguments, virtue and karma are also things imperishable over time. The scholar Barbara Ann Brennan, former NASA scientist, is an expert in the field of human bioenergy fields. Observing the human body's aura, she believes humans have invisible bodies corresponding to the aura layers and main chakras. Regarding karma, in the book Hands of Light, scholar Barbara mentioned its existence around the body. She stated, that includes the past life records in the Catheric garden, because these records represent the karmic lessons we have incarnated to learn in this life.
There is a rather coincidental thing. When seeing others in difficult, unfortunate circumstances, we often say that person is so pitiful. Today, that saying is only understood as that individual being very pitiable.
But perhaps the deeper implication is that this person in the past did immoral things, created much negative karma, so in this life they need to repay. Perhaps it is also a warning saying for people to accumulate virtue and avoid creating karma in life. Thus, from the above highly regarded discoveries, we can deduce that human virtue and karma are not merely things belonging to consciousness or spirit, but they are truly material, directly influencing everything humans have in this life or in the future. This aligns well with the traditional notion passed down from ancient times, that humans must do good, accumulate virtue, avoid bad deeds, thereby losing virtue and creating more karmic force. The next question raised here is what can make that material virtue bring fortune to humans? Also in his book, Dr. David Hawkins stated, this matter is a universe and influences the existence of matter. Above all, the universe is not wasteful. Karma has many aspects, but every choice we make in any specific matter becomes significant. All our choices will eventually return to each person's life. Ultimately, we will be responsible for every thought, word, and action we have caused, and re-experience all the pain we have inflicted on others. In this sense, each person creates their own heaven or hell. Hands of Light. During the preconception incarnation process, the soul needs spiritual guides to preview the upcoming life. In this meeting, the soul and guides review the tasks the soul needs to complete in its growth journey. This is closely related to karma. Tao Te Ching. From these perspectives, it can be seen that the universe inherently possesses characteristics that determine the roles of virtue and karma, as well as the transformation of virtue and karma into blessings or calamities. Broadly speaking, the characteristics of the universe govern the entire process of formation, existence, aging, and destruction of all things in the universe, including the arrangement of an individual's blessings at birth, based on their own virtue and karma. Therefore, the ancients often advised accumulating virtue and avoiding its loss. Today, this teaching seems rarely mentioned. Many people regard it as mere passing words, because they do not believe it is something humans truly need. However, virtue is actually a form of matter and can transform into human blessings, serving as the root of all personal and social issues. A country or society with morality equates to wealth and happiness. You may be familiar with ancient civilizations that were destroyed in an instant solely because virtue was lost. A society lacking in morality will inevitably lead to decay. People in such a society will become corrupted, and their ultimate destination is destruction.
Thank you for watching the video up to this point. If you have any interesting and meaningful stories, please share them with us in the comment section below.
And now, goodbye and wishing everyone a peaceful evening.